Okay, let's talk about the big one tomorrow, Ohio State against Michigan. For that, I'm joined by Duane Washington Jr., Ohio State's talented guard. So, Duane, let's just talk about the magnitude of this game. What are you feeling on Michigan Eve tonight?
Yeah, man. Emotions are racing and super high for the guys, man. We're super excited. But we're not going to treat it any different than we have any other game. It's another game in front of us. We're going to be Ohio State, and we're going to do what we do. So super excited and ready to get it going.
I know you're a guy who actually came from Michigan at one point. I mean, did you grow up? Now, you were a Grand Rapids guy originally, so you're kind of out west. But did you grow up with a knowledge of how big this rivalry was?
Yeah, man. So growing up in Michigan, the rivalry was Michigan versus Michigan State. I wasn't too fond of the Ohio State Michigan rivalry. Obviously, everybody knows football. It's one of the biggest ever in sports. So obviously, knowing that, I wasn't a big Michigan or Michigan State fan growing up. I was kind of just hoping the team from Michigan was going to win. So, but obviously, I took a visit here my senior year of high school, and I heard about the stories and stuff, and from that day on, I knew it was a rivalry that's the best in the country, man. And obviously, being from Michigan, obviously adds a little extra oomph to it, and for the guys who are watching, and also for me. So it's super exciting stuff, and you dream for moments like this as a kid growing up, and you just got to be prepared and ready to give it your all when the time comes.
And you mentioned how big this is in football, but Duane, we didn't get it in football this year. So do you feel like the fans are almost dying to have some Ohio State-Michigan interaction?
Yeah, there's been a lot of animosity between the fans on the internet. I know everybody sees it on Twitter, Instagram. A lot of chatter about what happened earlier in the year with football and stuff. So definitely there is an extra energy in the air. And like I said, man, we're built for stuff like this. It's super exciting. We love it. This is we came to Ohio State for moments like this, and we're ready, and it's super exciting stuff. So
we found out earlier this week that Chris Holtman's going to take a page out of the football playbook. Instead of gold pants, gold jerseys on the line. Did you guys talk about this, and what was your reaction?
We got a lot of older veteran guys on this group here for Team 122, and I think we genuinely know, it's just another game. But obviously there is some stuff on the line, and bragging rights, obviously, and then those gold jerseys. Last year's team, actually, we got gold jerseys. First of the new tradition that we created here, and pretty cool stuff, man. And obviously, you don't want that. You want to get as many as you can as a Buckeye. So obviously, as time goes on, it's going to become a very, very, very big thing. And but yeah, man, we talk about it. It's not the most important thing on our mind. Most important thing is coming out with the dub and doing whatever it takes to get that.
I know you guys miss the fans. I'm sure you've almost gotten used to this a little bit, but in a game like this, number 3 against number 4, it's going to feel weird tomorrow, right, Duane? Don't you just wish that place could be packed?
Yeah, man, I genuinely do, man. The shot would have been rocking tomorrow with fans, and I think without fans it adds a different element. For me, it's pretty cool to be able to hear your teammates and hear everybody in the gym. I think it's a different level of communication and a different level of detail that you can be locked in, and you can hear what they're calling. Easier to call the plays, a whole bunch of things that go into it. But definitely, man, the crowd is huge, and we're gonna use our bench's energy and our energy with each other and try to raise the roof in there, and as much as we can. Obviously, it's a pretty big gym, so but should be good, man. And super excited.
You guys have played really well at home this year, but you've also had a bunch of big road wins. We're used to seeing you guys dance in the locker room now with Coach after the game. Is there such thing as home court advantage when these are empty gyms? What's that like in this year?
Yeah, obviously, no fan deal is it's a lot different. A huge part of home crowd advantages or home court advantage is the crowd, and with that not being a factor, the only thing that genuinely you have over the other team is it's your rim. You practice on it every day. You shoot on it every day. You're comfortable. the lighting, I guess you could say. I mean, if you break it down like that, there's a lot more stuff. But for us, we protect the house, and that's something we live or die by, man. And we're gonna let everything go tomorrow, and do what we can to make sure we can protect the crib and make sure everything is good over here.
You guys have been so good this last month, 7 in a row. You've won 10 of 11. What's different? Is something different? How do you explain this recent stretch?
Yeah, man, I'm not surprised, man. I see it every day in practice. A lot of the people who are on the outside and not in this bubble with us currently don't understand what's really going on here. And we're just really, really locked in. We understand what it takes. A lot of veteran guys are communicating, helping, telling, talking through to the young guys like this. And we've been through this last year. We got to number 2 in the country and didn't handle it properly. And, for the guys on the team this year, it's I'm taking it personal. I know EJ is, I know Kyle is, I know Justin is, I know CJ is, and try not to let that happen again, man. We expect to be here. We're prepared. We've been going hard. We're obviously staying humble, but we're very confident in our abilities. We're going to keep fighting, keep grinding, keep that chip on our shoulder every single game, and it'll pay dividends. So.
I don't know if you know this, but the last 12 games, the leading scorer on your team has either been you or EJ Liddell, the two of you. Every game, one or both of you steps up. What have you seen out of EJ?
Yeah, man, EJ's been great. He's made some huge strides. I'm so proud of him for changing, his body, being able to move better this year, shooting the ball at an amazing clip, man. In practice, I talk to him every day, give him confidence, and just understanding like, hey, like, you're a bad man, dude. Like, keep this up. Keep doing what you're doing. And it shows, man. He's a hard worker. All this stuff isn't just happening on accident. It's planned. It's thought out. It's well blueprinted out. There's just more going into it than what people see. And I'm super proud of him. Hard work pays off. You trust the process. You'll see dividends and you'll see great things happen. So
I think if there's one guy who sums up your team, it's CJ Walker, because he's a senior who could be starting at almost any program. He's coming off the bench. He's doing it with humility. Does that matter? Does the rest of the team notice when a guy like him is willing to come off the bench?
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, we got veterans, man. We have guys who have been through the thick and the thin, whether it's been here or at another university. And from my experience with Coach Holtman, he wants to be able to trust the guys that are going to lead your team. And he trusts CJ to be mature and handle everything he throws at him and at the highest ability. And it's hard to ask, and a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to ask of somebody. And like he said last week, we got 6 starters. So, I mean, guys are going to get in and play their minutes and have huge impacts on the game. And CJ's accepted that role. And, obviously every time he gets on the court, he makes a huge impact. So whether starting or not, he's going to be on the floor at the end of the game, and he's going to make plays. So
I've talked to Chris Holtman about you. He speaks so highly of you. And I also get the impression that sometimes you give him gray hairs when you shoot a shot. So what's your relationship like? Do you drive him crazy every now and then when you chuck one for beef?
Yeah, I thought, me and Coach have had our ups and downs, man. We everything down has been a cause and effect and ended up in something good. It's never been something that was, Duane's not coachable. He's not this, he's not that. It's just I've always wanted the best for me and want the best for our team. So I'm a very confident guy. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to be hard-headed in situations. That's just how I was raised, how I was brought into this world, and I want to know what I'm doing. I want to know why this is right and why that's wrong. I'm very curious about things, man. And it took a lot of conversations, a lot of heart-to-hearts, a lot of hugs, a lot of I love yous, a lot of words we're not going to speak on here, but a lot of stuff that made us tight and close enough to trust each other to this day. And I wouldn't change anything. I don't think he would either. He's made me into this person I am today, and all credit to him, credit to the coaches, and credit to my teammates to keep me going and help me through this process, man. And super appreciative for him and of him. And yeah.
I'll get you out on this one. The NCAA tournament this year in Indiana. It's next door to your guys' home. You didn't get to play it last year. You're one of the best teams in the country. Are you starting to think that we could see something special this year out of this team?
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. Obviously, we're going to keep the main thing, and that's tomorrow. We're trying to, put together these good games and build a resume to have a good seed in the tournament. Obviously, that's always in the back of your mind. We're just going to take it game by game as we've been doing all season. We're not going to change anything. We're not going to look too far ahead. We're not going to look in the past. We're going to stay present, get better every single day, and every opportunity that we have, we're going to take advantage of it. But yeah, man, super exciting stuff. It's crazy we made it this far, with everything going on, and just staying thankful, and we're being allowed to still play basketball and be with your teammates and do some crazy things and have fun. That's the main thing, man. I think the fun factor has kept us in it, kept us locked in. It's hard to ask 18, 19, 20-year-olds to stay this focused and be this locked into each other, to your team, because obviously we all know the truth, and it can snap of the finger, just be done and be gone. So I think we're on the right page and we're on the right track, and we're gonna have a great rest of the year.